And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
So the opening lineup for the Sun. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3. Now here's Booker.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts, so he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference, only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And finished off by KD.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using them to cut up the defense there with ease.
Now here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Nice move. And the layup is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Paul against Morant. Durant with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. KD's got 5 points so far.
Such a reliable shooting option. KD, the guy on the floor, you'll want him with the ball to make plays like that.
Here's Morant, and then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Outside, KD. And KD throws it down.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Adams. And stolen by Ayton. Booker outside. Back to Paul. Feeds it to KD. Kicks it out to Paul. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. There's the 3. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Jackson passes to Bane. And stolen by Booker. KD against Bane. Good on the shot. He's got 9.
Well, they might have made contact with Durant, but really didn't affect him at all.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant kicks to Bane. His 3-pointers off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside for KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Durant imposing his will, this time at the rim.
Booker against Bane. Passes it to Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Adams. It's Morant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on 8.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Now Paul, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
And KD, now in his 30s, still continues to play with that bouncy, childlike energy. He loves the game.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Jackson misses.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. Jackson misses. Suns leading by 9. Booker finds Paul. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
The call on the floor is a jump ball.
Back to KD. Just 5 to shoot. KD on the wing. Into the lane.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
A free-flowing.
Please give a big round of applause for your favorite youth.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Booker inside, guarded by Bain. And finished off by KD.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Good advice. David, thanks. Kicks it out to Booker. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Paul dishes to Durant. Back to Paul. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Paul's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
This is how Chris Paul keeps the defense honest, making enough threes that you can't leave him alone anywhere on the floor.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Paul. The dish to Ayton. Kicks it to Booker. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
But Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Paul gets to Durant. Basketball at the top of the key. Durant takes the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Suns leading by 9. Paul kicks to Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's look at that.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Shot by Paul. Nobody around. Drills it from outside. Paul's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Suns. Morant passes to Bain. Here's Jackson with the three. He can't hit that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. KD with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Booker outside. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over-the-back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
Here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
It's Durant on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Outside for Jackson. And so it's Phoenix up by a... Thanks so much, Dan, for the great input. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Cameron Payne is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Warren, and there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Baisley in at the 4 spot. And with every season, Brand, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating. And those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them.
Back to Jones. Now Kennard. From outside, off the mark. Payne finds Ross. Back to Payne. And with a little over a minute gone And the second half is underway. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Kennard against Ross. Kennard, the pass to Clark. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
First personal foul.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. He kicks it to Ross. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And Payne has been great out there, just making the effort plays and helping the other guys.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now here's Payne, defended by Jones. Payne dishes to Ross. Outside Warren. Over to the left wing. Just 4 to shoot. A 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
3-on-3. Here's Payne, right wing. Here's Bazley, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And Bazley has a chance here to show off why he is in this position. He's an athlete.
Clark finds Jones. Back to Clark. And stolen by Payne. Down low. Here's Bazley. Yes, that goes in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the 3 ball is good.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Payne with it, working on Jones. Pass to Ross. A 3 ball, 6 to shoot. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And Clark slams it in.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's Warren. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Count it.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
Payne looking around. Ross in the corner. Outside Warren. Now the pass to Ross. To the middle. Here's Biyombo. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Banked in off the glass. Biyombo's got 6 points.
That's a good look from Bazley, as passing is becoming a bigger part of his game.
Kennard, the pass to Conchar. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Tillman, count the basket.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Please give a big round of applause.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Yeah, little you can do now to slow him down. Durant's such a phenomenal offensive talent.
Adams finds Bain. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Morant looking around. It's good. Morant's got 19 points.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Paul kicks to Booker. Passes it to Okogie. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. And it's sent back by KD. Booker with it. He's picked up by Brooks. No good from Booker.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Bain. Outside for Jackson. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brooks against Paul. The shot from the low post is good. And the Suns lead by 19.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
And it's Morant missing. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And finished off by KD.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Morant kicks to Bain. On the wing, Jackson. To the inside. Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 21 points for John Morant.
And as his game continues to develop, Jackson's passing will get better with each season.
Paul against Morant. Paul passes to Durant. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Okogie. It's intercepted. And here we go. Morant's heading to the hoop.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
And then Durant with the jam.
So question here. How do you stop a near 7-foot guy who can handle the ball like a guard and shoot threes? I'll wait.
Bain finds Adams. And stolen by Booker. Left side, KD. Pass to Booker. Latrey. Good on the 3-point shot. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Phoenix?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. They're focused on strong rim protection. This helps stifle the opposing team's offense.
Both good from the line that time. Suns leading by 22.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you. Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Paul goes in, kicks it out to Booker. There's the drive.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Bain, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The pass to Paul. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. This one for three, and Desmond Bain with the three.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Right side, Kevin Durant. Bain finds Brooks. Misses the three. Booker with a deep three. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this lead. Oh, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for...
need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Zubac. Kicks it to George. Just 3 to shoot. On the take. Leonard outside. Out to Covington. From downtown. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Robert Covington has put in the time to make himself a long-distance threat.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Adams with a screen on Westbrook. Back to Adams. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. George outside. Leonard on the wing. Out to Covington. Westbrook outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Morant. Outside Bain. Outside Morant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athlete's at the one position. But Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
The slashing ability of Russell Westbrook is undeniable. Good luck keeping between him and the basket.
Bain with it. He's picked up by Zubac. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Well, no hesitation. The full arsenal on display here. The catch and shoot, rise and fire. Yes, Paul George.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. That one's wide left.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
That one no good.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Leonard on the wing. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Bain with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. And the basket by Bain.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's George. grabs the miss.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Bane finds Morant. Going inside, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Eight-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. For three, George. Here's Zubac. Covington up top. It's George on the wing. Sends it home from three-point land. George has got 6 points.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Outside for Morant. Morant with the slam!
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis Grizzlies. He made a big hit. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's George. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard can't get it to go. Memphis leading. Here's Bane. Here's Jackson. Outside for Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Look at the mechanics on Morant's shot. He can totally trust himself to hit the quick jumper.
George against Bane. Outside Covington. Back to Leonard. Puts up a three. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Jackson, the pass to Morant. Jackson with a screen on Leonard. Morant, no good. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Pass to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Brett.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Leonard against Bane. Shot by Leonard, no good. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Leonard with a screen on Bane. Pass to Leonard. Zubac with it. Clock at 4. Leonard with a screen on Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Grant's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. For 3, George. And the three-pointer goes. George has got 9.
Well, Paul George, so dangerous from beyond the arc. You better get a hand up and contest.
Bain, the pass to Moran. Now Jackson. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Leonard for 3. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Bain against George. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Misses the 3. Jackson with it. Guarded now by George. And stolen by Covington. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson against Leonard. George outside. Covington, a screen on Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good from Covington on the assist by George. Covington's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, Mr. Covington letting you know he can put it on the deck and get to the cup. That is nicely done.
And we're through the first half of the... Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon, then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's Highland in at the point.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Jones. Uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Highland. Morris outside. Out to Powell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Brandon Clark.
Well, he's got great instincts as a scorer, Norman Powell, and at 6'3", more than capable of getting into the inside and mixing it up a bit.
Both shots good from the strike.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. Boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
Shoots. And too long on the shot. The Clippers trail. This for the tie! And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Timeout call, Memphis.
Come on.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the athletic Norman Powell continues to grow as an offensive player. Boy, this guy has got huge upside on the offensive end. Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Outside Jones. Pass to Clark. The shot. Back to Jones. That shot off the mark. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
For three, Gordon. Morris, it's not going to go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Clark. Back to Jones. Inside. And the basket by Aldama.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Jones. Kennard outside. From outside the arc. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
A line change here for Memphis. Out to Gordon for the lead. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. On the wing, Brooks. George defending. On the wing, Bain. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Bain's got 10.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Out to Covington. Lets it go from deep. Pulls it. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. 9 points in the game. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Bain. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second team.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Desmond Bain.
And Bain drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's George. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Nothing you can do there. Paul George has all the tools to rise and fire with a hand in his face.
That shot, no good.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
Here's Leonard. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Kawhi Leonard's so calm, mixes speeds, understands when and where to drive the basketball.
Bain, the pass to Morant. Nifty move. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
gets good position inside. May have rushed it just a little.
And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, VA. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. 13.
And he makes a first.
At the line for Memphis, John Morant. At the line.
Both good from the line that time. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to George. Leonard with a screen on Bain. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Well, have yourself a night, Paul George. Everything working for him right now.
Here's Bain. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. 11 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here he goes. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. Hits both from the stripe. There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter. George with it, and the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Clippers ahead, up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, man. He knew what to do with it once it was there.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. George, good.
Well, the defense always so attentive to Russ, and he knows, okay, you're going to send defensive attention my way. I will find an open teammate.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Leonard with the ball. Checked by Brooks. For 3, George. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And it's Adams missing. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. George against Jackson. And stolen by Bain. Pass to Moran. Adams up top. He's guarded by Zubats. Here's Bain. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's George. Leonard with a screen on Bain.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. Man, good whistle there.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
George passes to Covington. And here's Leonard. Clock at 6. Gets the bucket and here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He loves what he's seeing from their perimeter offense. He told the team, quote, "Keep shooting. It's working for us. Let's bring this home." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Can you say prime-time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Covington, no good. Memphis trailing here. Morant with it. Guarded now by George. Here's Brooks. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
The free throw dropped for Brooks. And Brooks drops them both. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. George outside.
2 minutes remaining at the
Pass to Westbrook. Back to George. Six to shoot. Leonard outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
But Kawhi Leonard, no stranger to big moments, right? An integral part of multiple championship teams. Now it's about standing and delivering at the foul line.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Jackson outside. Jackson the screen. Here's Payne. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Westbrook against Morant. Westbrook right side. And finished off by Westbrook.
Wow. You know the ball is going in when Russell Westbrook steps into these moments. Just so adept at hitting big shots.
Payne, pass to Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's George on the wing. Brooks defending. Now George. Out to Leonard. Puts it up from the high post. Offensive rebound. Payne comes with a double. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here's Covington. 4 on the clock. Zubac with a screen on Bane. Money.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Good on the first. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Zubac with the steal. Outside Covington. So the Clippers win it. And they barely squeezed out. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Allie.
This should be a battle of the backcourts, and you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not guarding.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the wall.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now here's Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Shoots. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
A 3 from Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
For a guy who hit only 25% of his threes in college, Kawhi has become one of the NBA's best at the wing position.
Now here's Booker. Here's Paul. And the rejection by Zubac. The drive by KD. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Back to Westbrook. Now Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Covington's shot is off. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul passes to Booker. And here is Ayton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Covington with the steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Paul is doubled. To stop the drought, KD drives in. No good that time. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Here's Leonard. 6 points for him. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. To the paint. No good with the layup. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here's Paul. The pass to Ayton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Clock at 6. Back to George. Leonard finds George. Takes it off the glass.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And here is Paul. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside, George, just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Doesn't go that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And then Durant with the jam.
The defense has to be careful. Kevin Durant has hops, taking the ball straight to the rim.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Booker against George. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Covington. And it's KD with the rebound. Booker in the corner. Outside for Durant. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sun Houston team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Now here's Leonard. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook with the bucket.
Westbrook takes these challenges personally. He loves scoring on aggressive defense.
And thinking back to that 2017 MVP season for Russell Westbrook, Steve, you know, he averaged a triple-double.
Kevin, what's incredible to me, Russ did it 3 straight years with OKC. Then again with the Wizards. Westbrook's numbers are out of this world.
Now here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Paul looking around. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Westbrook. On the wing, George. Defended by Booker. Nobody near Leonard. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
George finds Covington. All against George. Basket is good. He'll get. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can.
The previous play is
that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
As a well-known three-point shooter that you were, Steve, what do you think about how that shot dominates the modern game we watch today?
What I love about Kevin, first of all, it gives you spacing. And you're never out of a game because of the three-point shot. you can get right back into it. And also, at the end of a game, you knock down 3 or 4 in a row, the game is over.
Here's George after the Suns pick up 2. And it's George finishing it off.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Westbrook against Paul. Outside Durant. Back to Paul. From the arc. Kicks it out to Booker. Off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Westbrook passes to Leonard. The kick out to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to George. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. George has got 11.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now. And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. He is such a great athlete.
Once Leonard gets going like this, look out. He's cooking and showing no signs of letting up.
Spins. The 3 from KD. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Here's KD after the made shot from Robert Covington. Booker with no one around. Again, Phoenix.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
George against Booker. Screen by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Finishing that possession with an exclamation mark. Kawhi making his presence felt.
Booker inside, defended by George. A nice shot by Booker.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And George, here we go. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Westbrook against Paul. In the corner, George with it. Leonard the pass to Covington. Rebound by the Suns. For 3, Durant bangs home the trifecta. Durant's got 7.
It is unreal how consistent Kevin Durant is from range. He'll go to the arc any chance he gets.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Warren. Cameron Payne is out there with Terrence Ross. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Baisley in at the power forward. Biyombo, no luck. Clippers leading by 16. Morris outside. Back to Powell. Out to Morris. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Morris. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Warren. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 8 feet away. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Payne's got his first 2 points.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Here's Highland. Payne covering. Plumlee, the pass to Highland. Out to Morris from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ross. Crosses over. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Here's the pass to Highland. From deep three-point range. That shot no good. Suns trail by 14. Baisley passes to Ross. Payne looking around. Back to Ross. Pass to Baisley. And he lays it straight in.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Morris outside. He kicks to Plumlee. It's Powell with the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Payne. Pass to Ross. Back to Payne. Passes to Ross. Suns moving the ball around. They set the pick.
And good job there by Warren to draw the foul and get to the line. It's all about positioning, and he really forced the D's hand there to draw the contact.
So he gets them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Gordon. Takes it inside.
That was a clever move, slicing his way past the taller defender and finishing with some flavor.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Ross passes to Baisley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
Marcus Morris picks one up there. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Biyombo. Okogie comes in for Warren. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Payne.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Durant's checked in for Baisley. Suns trail by 14. Durant in the corner. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the shot goes down.
KD's height and length make him a nightmare. He can easily get a shot off.
Westbrook kicks to Zubac. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Kicks it out to Covington. And the pass to Westbrook. Clock at 4. And finished off by Westbrook.
got some flair on that one. Westbrook is vicious when attacking the rim.
Westbrook against Paul. There's the dish to Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
You have to admire Kevin Durant's resilience. Few stars could bounce back from a serious injury like he did and return looking the same.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. A three-pointer, no good. Suns trail by 12. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. On the wing, Booker. Pass to Durant. Now here's Ayton. He's covered by Leonard. And it's Ayton missing. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Here's Covington. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here's Westbrook following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan. There's plenty of time to get back in. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers call time here. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Leonard. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Paul passes to KD. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
All against Westbrook. Okogie for three. Stolen by Zubac.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
Outside Covington. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Covington finds Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Covington. Fires the three.
Beautiful defense by Durant, one of the biggest improvements since he's joined the Warriors.
Sure. That one, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
And here's Booker from the arc. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
An awesome distributor. Booker's floor awareness and understanding of when to dish it is a real weapon.
Now, here's Zubats. Outside for George. And it's George again missing. Suns trail by 10. And here's Booker from the arc. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Westbrook passes to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
The Suns running out of time. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Paul for 3. Durant feeling it out a bit. And the rejection by Zubats. Outside Covington. Outside Westbrook. Leonard against Ayton. Great open look there. And the Clippers lead by 11. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense, that they are really piling up the steals in this one. Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Clippers.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
A nice shot by KD.
The ball handling from Durant really a key to what sets him apart as a player. He can pull up and break you down.
Here's George with the putback, and Leonard stays with it.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Fires the 3, connects from 3-point range.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
These are the types of games you mentally circle on the calendar. And it's a test for the teams to see how championship ready they might be.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. And for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Now here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Outside Morant. Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Hangs in the air, and he sinks the layup. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leader?
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Durant, pass to Ayton. Here's Okogie. Outside Durant. Pass to Paul. Fires for 3. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
The consistency of Paul's three-point shot is really something. He is a real troublemaker at the arc.
Bane, the pass to Morant. Just over a minute and a half in. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Paul against Morant. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
Morant against Paul. Outside Bane. Pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
You want to stop Adams when he rolls, but honestly, Steven is such a force. Sometimes you can't stop him.
One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
Clock is at 3. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Durant. Adams grabs the miss.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
Jackson. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Bane.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
Left side, Morant. Doesn't go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. On the wing, Durant. Defended by Jackson. Shot from the wing. Grizzlies with the rebound.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Oh, denied by Durant.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
Here's Okogie. Brooks defending. Devin Booker with a terrific move and the bucket. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Bane, the pass to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now here's Booker. Outside Paul. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Durant. Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. And here's Durant. The kick out to Paul. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Morant, the pass to Bane. Hauled in by Paul. The Suns trailing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant finds Paul. Durant with a screen on Morant. Paul. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Gets the three to fall.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. And here are the Grizzlies now, coming off a Suns make. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
To the middle, tipped away, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Durant driving in, and Durant with the big finish.
Durant too quick off the drive. Easy dunk for KD.
Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Outside Booker. Pass to Okogie. Up top Durant. The kick out to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bane. Morant against Booker. Jackson. And they get it back. Now here's Brooks. The D's right on him. Shot clock at 5. Outside Morant. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Outside Durant. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The kick to Durant from deep. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Here's Bane. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Right side, Paul. Booker finds Paul. Back to Booker. Paul with it. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Got a piece of it. Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off. When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Now here's Morant. 11 points in the game. And he can't jam it through. Here's Okogie. Brooks defending. Back to Okogie. Pass to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Paul against Morant. 1:10 left in the first half. The drive by Bane. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Bane's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. He takes it in. Durant, the pass to Booker. They shoot again. The shot, no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Memphis leading. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. In transition, here come the Suns. And it's slammed in by Durant.
There's the length of Durant coming into play. Grabs the steal, takes it the distance. He is just unbelievable.
Outside Morant. Jackson outside. To the inside. Brooks. And it's rejected. On the wing, Durant. Into the lane. And Durant with the big finish.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
And a pretty tightly contested game. Thanks very much, Allie.
22. The Grizzlies, 24.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got T.J. Warren. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Darius Baisley. Then there's Campaign, and it's Ross in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And the three-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent three-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve are those who stay around. Here's Ross following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Grizzlies.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
And the Grizzlies shooting is around 55% so far. Jones, the pass to Kennard. Second half getting started, about a minute played. And there's a whistle that goes on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul. Jones against Payne. Jacks up a 3. And Jones good for 3. Now it's a 5-point Memphis lead.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense. Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
And it's the Suns with the ball. 6 to shoot. Pass to Baisley. Here's Biyombo. Tries again. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple, solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Ross. That's foul number 2 for him. Kennard outside. Jones from outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside Payne. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Ross. Biyombo, high post. Outside Payne. Pass to Baisley. Just 5 to shoot. Conchar pulls it in.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Back to Jones. Takes it inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got 5 points.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Jones from outside. Hits the trifecta. Give him 8 points now.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Payne against Jones. Pass to Biyombo.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Baisley.
2 minutes.
Ross with it. The shot off that time. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Here's Conchar. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pass to Ross. Outside Payne. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Here's Warren. And a missed layup. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And stolen by Paul. Pass to Durant. Paul against Morant. Here's Okogie. Durant, the pass to Aiden. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Making his presence known with that swat. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after blocks.
The Suns trailing. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Bain. Jackson outside. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. 4 on the clock. Bain with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Basket's good. Jackson's got 5.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
Ball passes to Booker. To win the drought. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And so it's Memphis with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. On the court for the... And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even
The previous play is under review.
Doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He really got into them, saying, quote, "You guys aren't playing hard enough. Forget the X's and O's. We need to play with passion. Let's just see that for the last part of this game. Guys."
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Outside Durant. Knocked loose. Booker, the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Takes the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Bain finds Adams. Jackson with a screen on Booker. From deep, Morant. It's hauled in by the Suns. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ayton passes to Durant. Outside Paul. Ayton, a screen on Bain. Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Back to Paul. Pass to Okogie. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Okogie's got his first bucket in this one.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Adams with a screen on Booker. From deep, Bain nails it from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the connection. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming. It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Here's a 3 from Paul. And the Suns get another 3.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Here's Morant driving inside, and he comes up with a bucket.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. Booker, the pass to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spilling to the other guys.
Outside Bain. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Jackson drawing the double team. Here's Adams. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant, the pass to Ayton. Back to Durant. Now Booker. And here's Paul. Hounded by Morant. Misses off the right iron.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Bain into the lane, and he jams it home with authority.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Pass to Paul. For 3. Here's Durant. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Look at Durant utilizing his length, snatching the offensive board. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 7 foot and sending it right back.
Paul against Morant. Now here's Adams. Back to Morant. Jackson with a screen on Paul. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Desmond Bane.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Paul against Morant. Pass to Booker. Outside Durant. Out to the wing. Paul for three. The kick to Durant. No good there. Now Memphis takes it the other way. There's Jackson with the three. And he stays with it.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
The three from Bane. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. Morant outside. It's Jackson atop the key. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Now, here's George. No good on the triple. Morant against George. Morant passes to Jackson. Inside. Here's Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Adams with the make-them-pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of this. No good on the second free throw. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now, here's Bain. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Leonard with a screen on Morant. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Morant with the steal. Goes up, and then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Both free throws good from Westbrook.
And for Westbrook, you talk about playing with a controlled intensity, and when he does that, he's unstoppable.
Bain passes to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on it.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. One point he made to his players was, they're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
Thank you, David. So it's the Grizzlies now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Jackson's got 6.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
Memphis leading by 4. Payton for 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Stolen by Brooks. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
And the rejection by Jackson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Brooks against Covington. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Covington. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Bain passes to Brooks. No good on the three. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4. Right side Leonard. His shot by George. Wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Grizzlies have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
At the line for the Grizzlies, John Morant.
And he makes both free throws.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Morant surveying the D. Kicks it to Adams. Brooks outside. Payne for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Zubac. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 3 to shoot. Leonard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, Westbrook involving his teammates is one thing, but not missing guys wide open, that helps.
Bain with the screen on George. And it's Morant missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. And you look at his shooting.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. Man, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Westbrook kicks to Zubac. The kick out to Westbrook. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Here's Payne. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Russell Westbrook. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Westbrook dishes to George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Morant outside. Russell Westbrook with the rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Covington passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. With the drive. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
What an athlete as Kawhi gets a step on the D and they're helpless.
Now, here's Bain. He has 5. And Morant gets it to go.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside Westbrook. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you give Russell Westbrook any kind of runway like that, and he can explode. What a terror on the inside.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And George, here we go. And George with this stuff.
Now, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Here's Bain. Can't hit from in close.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Let's get loud right now for your Clippers Spirit Dance Team.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from George.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Outside for George. There's a minute left now here in the second. Here's Leonard, 5 on the clock. Not going to go that time. And it's Memphis the other way. And here is Bain. 5 points in the game. And finished off by Morant.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Outside Jackson. 27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Grant. Jackson misses. Los Angeles leading by 4. Westbrook kicks to Zubats. It's George on the wing, guarded by Morant. Lets it go from the wing. Unable to get that one.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, leading by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
So on the floor for Memphis, Jones is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Aldama in the power forward. Here's Powell. And he uses the glass on the lane. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Jones, no one around him. No good from outside. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Kennard against Gordon. Kennard, the pass to Clark. And it's Clark with the finish.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
To the paint, here's Powell. That one, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And it's Clark in the corner. And it's Clark with the finish.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Gordon, the pass to Highland. In the corner, Powell with it. Outside, Gordon. Over Kennard. The Clippers rebound. Morris outside. Back to Plumlee. The Grizzlies pull it in. Kennard, the pass to Aldama. No good with the triple. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Highland. Lays it up and banks it in. Highland's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now here's Jones. D right on him. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Powell kicks to Gordon. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Here's Highland. Plumlee, great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Jones, no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Highland's shot is good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Jones for 3. Again, the miss by Jones. Outside Gordon. It's Powell on the wing. And yes, it's good. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Jones, and there's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Highland passes to Powell. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Out to Morris. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Highland. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Morant for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Morant's got 18 points.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each trade that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And a great show through three quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so here are the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Fires top of the key. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Bane with it. George picks him up. Here's Brooks, and that one is stuffed right through.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Covington kicks to George. Back to Covington. Bane against George. To the left wing. 4 on the clock. There's Covington. Got a hand on it.
Rejected by Brooks. Part of why he's stuck as a second rounder. Dillon gives great effort on defense.
And Morant throws it down.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Left side, Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Morant.
Covington doesn't have to have the ball to help you, but you do want him occasionally to get touches and keep him engaged.
And both free throws good for Covington. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Bane drives in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Leonard. George up top. Leonard kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, that's all Adams and his effort right there. Great job affecting that attempt.
Here's Brooks. Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play
Sometimes
is under
make it
review.
a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
It can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
On the wing, Bain. He's covered by Westbrook.
Well, this is what Steven Adams does. He finds his way into the paint for high percentage shots just like that.
And George, here we go. Covington wide open. He fires. Tipped away. And he gets it back. To the inside. Adams with it. Leonard picks him up. Now Morant. Pass to Brooks. Outside, Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Adams trying to free himself up. And then Morant slams it in.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Covington finds Leonard. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Zubats a screen on Bain. No coverage that time.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Bain passes to Morant. Driving inside. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubats.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Covington setting the pick for George. Feeds it to Covington. Over Morant. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Covington.
Calm, cool, and Covington. Big time shot.
Morant reaches to Brooks. Bain sets the screen for Brooks. It's in!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And George kicks to Covington. Back to George. Outside Leonard. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
The previous play
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the amount.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here are the Grizzlies now. 3-point lead. And then Morant slams it in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
The confidence Morant has in himself is impressive. He brushes pressure off like it's nothing.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with this much time, they should be able to drop a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA and points will be... Hard to come by tonight. Doris, both sides do a great job of stringing together stops.
Well, whatever has happened on the offensive end of the floor, pace and space, et cetera, championships are still built on the defensive end of the floor. We are talking about two teams who not only have quality individual defenders, they are tied together on a string as a team.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Westbrook against Paul. Okogie on the wing. For three, Booker. Offensive board.
Well, Josh Okogie is nothing if not opportunistic. You love creating the second chance opportunity there.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Westbrook, the pass to Covington. George against Booker. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size?
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now Los Angeles with it. Down low. Hayden with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. It's stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Pass to George, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Out to Leonard. Now Zubats. Back to Leonard. Double team on Leonard. Now here's Zubats. Shot clock at 2.
Yeah, this is the next step for DeAndre Ayton. He's got to work hard on the defensive end to make a difference.
Paul passes to Durant. Here's Ayton. Another shot. The shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Pass to Zubats. Covington with it. Stolen by Ayton.
LA foul. Robert Covington. First personal foul.
And that one drops. So now they lead by 1.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
They get it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Booker, the pass to Durant. Clock at 6. Second chance effort.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
Now George. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Paul passes to Booker. Three-pointer. And Chris Paul with the 3. Paul's got 5.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
Tries to snap the cold streak. Covington, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Hayden finds Durant. slammed in by Durant.
Oh, go ahead and get up, Kevin Durant, former MVP, punching it home.
It's George on the drive. That one goes. Count it.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Durant. To the paint. The kick out to Paul. And there's a 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Leonard with a screen on Booker. Oh, and the dunk by George!
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Paul against Westbrook. Back to Paul. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. He's got 7.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Booker against Leonard.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
The Suns have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's Paul off the drive. It's stolen by Leonard.
You've got to be sure there's an opening for the cross-court pass. Otherwise, you're just throwing it up for grabs.
George passes to Westbrook. Out to Leonard. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Leonard's got 7 points.
No hesitation from Kawhi right there. The ball is delivered. He's ready to shoot it.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Ayton in at the 5, down low. 3 on the clock. Here's Paul. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 9.
You have to stay under control and don't let the dwindling shot clock pressure you. For Chris Paul, that's never a problem.
Now here's Covington. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Suns leading.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Booker. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Covington. Here's Zubats. And a deep 3 from Leonard. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Covington with it. Durant covering. Here's Zubats. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Left side, Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. And now it's a 5-point Suns lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And they've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Paul against Westbrook. Paul passes to Booker. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Well, you've got to be, as a guard, calm and in control on the interior. Devin Booker, so much confidence in his game.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
The defense has zero clue on how to guard Paul George. A screen and roll genius. Fantastic at knowing when to pass.
Now here's Paul. 9 points in the game. Here's Durant, and he drives in.
Now the length is a problem, right? Kevin Durant on the drive, hard to stop.
Booker against George. Pass to Zubats. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
Paul passes to Durant. Over Leonard. Paul finds Booker. Launches it. 5 on the clock. Ayton. And Ayton! Throw it down!
Go ahead, Mr. Ayton. How about that finish?
George against Booker. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Drives to the hoop. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. The first free throw is good.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Now here's Paul. He's got 9. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 5.
I mean, once he crosses the timeline, you need to pick him up. He can drop it in from way back.
Zubac passes to Leonard. 4-3. They get the rebound. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he drops the first.
This guy is not only incredibly talented, but Russell Westbrook has been a tireless worker, almost obsessive in improving his craft.
Zubac with the steal. Westbrook outside. With 1 on the clock. And he lays it in. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And the first half.
29. The Suns. 27.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Norman Powell out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Highland in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
That's what we call cashing in from the mid-range. T.J. Warren's been there a time or two.
Pass to Gordon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim. And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Now here's Payne. Here's Baisley. Back to Payne. It's Ross on the wing, defended by Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Warren. And he banks in the layup. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008 Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when a shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Gordon with a screen on Warren. Gordon outside. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Fires the 3. Here's Plumlee. And he converts the layup. Plumlee's gotten his first points in this one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Payne finds Warren. Biyombo high post. Pass to Baisley. And here's Warren. Payne, pass to Warren. Goes back up. Back to Payne. And he makes it.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Powell passes to Plumlee. Here's Highland. Gordon outside. Pass to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And it's Powell off the drive. Pass to Morris. Here's Highland. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. And now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Warren. Here's Payne. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The first one falls.
Shooting for Phoenix, Cameron Payne.
So he gets them both. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And the basket by Plumlee.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
To the wing on the left. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And he lobs it up. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Pass to Ross. Right side, Warren. Yep, that one's good. Warren's got 6.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, at 6'9", with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Gordon against Ross. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Leonard outside. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. 13 points in the game.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with.
Ooh, Booker. And Booker with the jam.
The always aware Chris Paul, one of the great passers in history. There's another assist.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Covington, and he commits the intentional foul.
Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
Think about Robert Covington's pass to being a valuable asset on the NBA roster. A guy who was undrafted out of Tennessee State, begins his career in Philadelphia with a team that wasn't trying to win, and now has become the prototypical 3-and-D valuable asset.
George finds Covington. No good on the triple. Durant for 3. And so it's Los Angeles up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot.
Size and strength. Paul George has both, and you love his willingness to play through contact.
Paul with it. Guarded now by George. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Pass to Okogie. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Covington. Here's Zubats. He's covered by Ayton. Back to Covington. Now here's Westbrook. And here's George. All alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Now here's Westbrook. Leonard for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker's got 4 rebounds in the game. Paul passes to Durant. From deep. They grab their own miss. Here's Ayton. Soft touch off the glass.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Booker against George. Leonard outside. From the high post. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
and just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Westbrook coming off a Suns make. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Westbrook. No good. Paul with some nice D for Phoenix. They've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. For 3, Booker drops in the 3.
Yeah, one of his many attributes, guys. Booker is hard to stay with when he's pulling up off the dribble.
Westbrook outside. Here's Leonard. To shoot. Fires from 14. He squares up and sinks it.
Well, Kawhi understands that the team relies on him for consistent productivity.
It's Booker on the wing. Pass to Okogie. Paul against Westbrook. Aiden's got space. Off the left rim and out.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First team.
Here's Westbrook. And stolen by Paul.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart.
The previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He complimented the three-point shooting. He said, quote, "It's one thing to get the look, it's another to bury it. I believe in you guys. I think you've got this game on lock. Let's go out there and let's take this." Guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep three-point range. And Ayton with the stuff.
DeAndre Ayton, unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
Westbrook outside. Westbrook draws the double. Covington passes to Westbrook. Leonard outside. Fires from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Outside Durant. Three-pointer. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Out to Covington. George outside. They double team George. Here's Leonard. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Left side Paul. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right then. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Chris Paul has never been a guy that these moments have ever affected. He's got a chance at the free throw line to prove once again he is one of the great clutch players in history.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 1. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up the play to make it happen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.